USS Palau CVE-122 was a Commencement Bay-class escort carrier in the United States Navy. Constructed by Todd Pacific Shipyards Incorporated, Tacoma, Washington, her keel was laid down on February 19, 1945. She was launched on August 6, 1945, with sponsorship from Mrs. J.P. Whitney, and she was commissioned on January 15, 1946. Palau was commissioned at a time when the U.S. Navy was beginning its post-war demobilization efforts. She completed her shakedown off California, passed through the Panama Canal, underwent post-shakedown availability in Boston, and then remained immobilized at Norfolk until May 1947. After refresher training in Cuba, she sailed to various ports, including Recife in West Africa, before returning to the East Coast in August 1947. Palau had another period of immobilization in Norfolk from December 1947 to March 1948. In the spring of 1948, Palau conducted operations off the East Coast and departed for the Mediterranean in June, delivering planes to Turkey under the Turkish aid program. During this mission, she played a role in evacuating United Nations delegation and officials from Haifa during the Arab-Israeli War, participating in truce negotiations in the Isle of Rhodes. Palau continued its service until April 1952, ranging from the Maritime Provinces to the West Indies. Afterward, she returned to the Mediterranean to operate with the 6th Fleet until late June, resuming duties on the East Coast with the 2nd Fleet. Designated for inactivation in early 1953, Palau was retained and commissioned for a final mission to ferry planes to Yokosuka, Japan, from August 8 to October 22. Following her return, she entered the Philadelphia Naval Shipyard and was decommissioned on June 15, 1954. Palau remained a unit of the Philadelphia Group, Atlantic Reserve Fleet, until she was struck from the Navy list on April 1, 1960. Subsequently, the ship was sold on July 13, 1960, to Jacques Pirat Jr. & Sons in New York, and some of her parts were salvaged for use in a mountaineer's hut in Picos de Europa. Palau's service history reflects her role during the post-World War II period and her involvement in various operations and missions.